And then we have Michelle Obama, who suddenly presents herself on the national scene, comes out of nowhere. And she's very angry at this country. Very, very angry that she was held back and could only go to Princeton. Very, very angry that she was held back and only earned $300,000 a year. Very, very angry that she was thrown into the national limelight, has the potential to be First Lady, is in a historic race with her husband to win the White House. And she's still a victim. She's still a victim. And everybody around her are the perpetrators. This is exactly what we need in the White House, right? An angry person who doesn't appreciate all that she has, everything around her, and her fellow Americans. But you don't have to listen to me. Oh, we have the audio of Michelle Obama at a town hall meeting in North Carolina, where obviously her message has resonated because Barack Obama is going to win that state. Here she is on May 2nd, brand new audio. Michelle Obama, potential First Lady, and I'm sure you're all proud. Cut one, go.
And that's a little bit of what Barack has been experiencing. The bar is constantly changing for this man. Raise the money, not enough. Build an organization, not enough. Win a whole bunch of states, not the right states. You gotta win certain states. So the bar has been shifting and moving in this race, but the sad irony is that that's exactly what is happening to most Americans in this country. The bar is shifting and moving on people all the time. And folks are struggling like never before, working harder than ever, believing that their hard work will lead to some reward, some payoff. But what they find is that they get there and then the bar has changed. Things are different. Wasn't enough. So you have to work even harder.
What country is this woman living in? I am sick and tired of people seeking the presidency and their wives who don't appreciate this country. You know that? I'm tired of it. Who keep putting down this country, which means putting down the people of this country. Nobody's raising bars and changing bars. Unbelievable. No, the American people have never had it so hard. Really? During the Revolution? During the Civil War? During the turn of the century? During World War I? During World War II? What is she talking about? What is she talking about? This is a magnificent country. How do I know? How do I know? Because I don't want to leave it. And they would have to kill us before we would be forcibly removed from this country. And there are tens of millions of people who are trying to get here. Who are trying to leave one hellhole after another and sneak across our borders. And this is all a big surprise to Michelle Obama. Still preaching victimization and hate and, yes, anti-Americanism. You damn liberals in the media, I'm talking to you. That's exactly what's going on here. No, I don't want this lady as my first lady. No way. No way. She's been a terrific student of Jeremiah Wright. Terrific student. Obviously, she was sitting in the pews and picked up every damn word. Moving the bars. I mean, to be running for president, to be the wife of a candidate for president of the United States, and to pretend that this country doesn't offer opportunity to everyone. I don't care where in the world you come from. I don't care how you started out, but offers opportunity to everyone. The idea that the Democrat nominee's wife, and he will be the nominee, doesn't understand this country, doesn't appreciate this country, and keeps tearing it down is a disgrace. And the idea that 90% of one particular community keeps voting for them stuns me. The fact that this kind of propaganda resonates with millions and millions of people not only stuns me, disgusts me. But she wasn't done. Cut 2, go.
And see what happens when you live in a nation where the vast majority of Americans are struggling every day to reach an ever-shifting and moving bar. Then what happens in that nation is that people do become isolated. They do live in a level of division because, see, when you're that busy struggling all the time, which most people that you know and I know are, then you don't have time to get to know your neighbor. You don't have time to reach out and have conversations, to share stories. In fact, you feel very alone in your struggle because you feel that somehow it must be your fault that you're struggling so hard. Everybody
That's
else
enough.
must.
What kind of psychobabble is this? What kind of anti-American gibberish is this? I mean, she's a walking, talking buffoon. That's right, I said it. She's a walking, talking buffoon. I don't care where she got her degree from. I'm listening to every word that's coming out of her mouth. And she's describing a country that is not my country. And yet, her ability as a demagogue is second to none. Absolutely second to none. Cut 3. Go.
Naturally, we as a nation get cynical. And when you live in a nation where people are struggling every day to reach an ever-shifting and moving bar, then what happens in that kind of nation is that people are afraid. Because when your world's not right, no matter how hard you work, then you become afraid of everyone and everything. Because you don't know whose fault it is. Why you can't get a handle on life. Why you can't secure a better future for your kids.
Let's keep an open line. Anyone who can interpret that for me, I'd love to hear from you. I really would. I mean, I cannot believe this lady went to Princeton and graduated and had a big job at a hospital, made a lot of money. When she talks so stupidly and makes no sense. What she's trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, as a good Marxist, is to agitate, is to divide among the quote-unquote economic classes, is to create an uprising mentality. But because for Michelle Obama, America is not a good place. America isn't a place of dreams, but of nightmares. In America, you're stuck. There's nowhere to go. And if you're miserable, it's the system's fault. It's society's fault. It's the fault of your neighbors and your community. It's not your fault. Because you're working so hard. And the man keeps putting you down. And you keep working, and the man keeps putting you down. That's the message that comes out of Michelle Obama. Pathetic. Cut 4, go.
And our fear is helping us to raise a nation of young doubters. Young people who are insular and they're timid. And they don't try because they already heard us tell them why they can't succeed.
What is she talking about? Is that what you tell your children? To be doubters and timid? So they can't succeed? Is that how you raise your children, ladies and gentlemen? Who is she talking about? And why is she spewing this poison? Cut 5, go.
So we need our seniors, whole and healthy and secure. But I could go on. I haven't talked about health care. I haven't talked about the environment. We know where we're living. This is where we are right now. And this has been the case for my entire lifetime. That trajectory of hope has gotten more difficult for regular folks.
The trajectory of hope has gotten more difficult for regular folks because we don't have full-fledged Marxism in this country, where the government runs the healthcare system, where the government runs all aspects of our educational system, where the government runs everything. Then Michelle Obama will say that hope has been achieved, right? No, she won't. She's a fraud. Like all the other Marxists, they're frauds. They don't care what they say in order to secure power. They don't care what they say and how it inflicts misery and undermines a nation's morale. They don't care. As a matter of fact, it advances their cause. Because in order to impose a Marxist nirvana, so-called, on this nation, you have to destroy what already exists. You have to destroy the free markets and capitalism. You have to destroy the right to private property. You have to destroy our founding principles, and you have to destroy the Constitution. That's what she means. That's what she's about.